I've already done 2 of these, so today is going to be the final installment of common money rules that have proven to be false. I've linked the other videos associated with this topic down in the description below, so if you were interested in other money rule myths, feel free to go and give those videos a watch in your own time. And with that being said, let's get straight into it, starting with you need to save a large percentage of your income to be financially secure. Having a savings plan in place can definitely help reduce stress and provide a bit of a safety net in the instance where an unexpected expense occurs. However, it is not always necessary to save a significant portion of your income to achieve financial security. For those who have a high income, low expenses, and potentially even a diversified portfolio, they are the types of people who might be able to maintain their lifestyles without the requirement of needing to save significant portions of their income. Additionally, the amount that you need to save can vary depending on anyone's individual circumstances, your career, your age, what your lifestyle is like, where you live, and what your future financial goals are will all play a part in this calculation. For someone who lives in a city like Sydney or Melbourne, who lives by themselves and works a 9 to 5, they may need to save a hell of a lot more money to achieve that financial security compared to someone who works for, let's say, a company like BHP in the mines, where basically while they're working, everything is covered for them and they earn good money on top of that as well. They're 2 completely different scenarios which will factor into this overall calculation of how much do they need to save to be financially secure. The idea of saving a significant portion of your income may seem like a logical way to achieve financial security. However, it is not a strict requirement to live a fulfilling life. It is important to create a budget and a plan for saving that is tailored to your specific circumstances. But it is also important to remember that it is okay if you are unable to save a significant portion of your income at this point in time. Money rule myth number 2, a penny saved is a penny earned, which implies that saving money is the equivalent to earning it. It is important to save money, but the idea behind saving a small amount of money being as good as earning it just isn't true. Earning money is far more important, as it creates opportunities for spending and investing. The value of money changes over time as well due to things like inflation, so a penny saved today may not hold the same value as a penny earned, which is why in the world of wealth building, it is widely accepted that investing and diversifying your portfolio over a long period of time is the best way to go about retaining and building your wealth. Overall, for this one, it is generally more important to focus on earning money versus saving it to achieve financial security, even though a mix of the 2 is definitely desirable and will do you plenty of more favors when it comes to building your wealth. Moving on to number 3 for today, which is the saying that you need to have a perfect credit score to get a good mortgage. Having a good credit score can make it easier to qualify to borrow money. It can also help you get a more competitive interest rate, but it is not the sole requirement to be able to obtain a good mortgage. Lenders take into account a variety of factors when determining whether or not they should lend you money for something like a mortgage, and your credit score is just one of those factors. Just quickly, off the top of my head, other factors that lenders would be considering when processing your application would be things like your employment history, your ability to save money, what your income looks like, and how much you have available for the deposit of that purchase. And for those who do have a low credit score, there are other options and programs available depending on where you live in the world that can definitely help you get a mortgage, even though your interest rate may not be the most competitive. Maintaining a good credit score is the financially responsible thing to do, and it's worth noting that it's definitely going to boost your application and give you the best chance of getting the most competitive interest rate for whatever amount of money you're planning to borrow. However, a bad credit score as well, you need to keep this in mind. It is not going to be the sole thing that stops you from being eligible to get one. Let's move on to our final money rule myth for today, which is you need to have a lot of money to start investing. The idea that you need a lot of money to start investing simply is not true. Lots of investing platforms allow you to begin your investment journey with as little as $100. Starting small and gradually increasing your investments can make it easier to commit your money to achieving your investment targets. And there are lots of options. Low-cost index funds for those who have low risk tolerances are just one good example of how you can build your wealth over time by just dollar cost averaging in consistently over a long period of time. It is common for people to feel unsure about investing, especially if they are new to it. I took a little bit of time before I actually pulled the trigger and started getting into it. I got my head around it, and now looking back, it was a good financial decision and something I plan to consistently do well into the future. Educating yourself on the topic is very important because it will help you make better financial decisions, and investing is one that you want to definitely have a good understanding of before getting involved. But it's something that it might seem overwhelming up front, but I guarantee that if you actually put some time into getting your head around it, it's not as overwhelming as it may seem. I have actually made videos on this topic specifically, trying to break it down into simple terms. So if you're someone who wants to learn a little bit more about it and feel like you might get value out of watching them, I've linked them down in the description below. Feel free to go and give them a watch in your own time after this video, whenever you want to. I hope that those resources help you gain a better understanding of the investing world. In conclusion, it's important to remember that there are no hard and fast rules that are going to be 100% applicable, best in slot option for every single person on this planet when it comes to managing money. While general guidelines can definitely be helpful, ultimately, your financial situation is unique to you. It is important to do your own research, educate yourself, and make informed financial decisions that align with your own financial goals. Don't be afraid to challenge conventional money rules and come up with a personalized plan that may work better for you outside of what that rule is dictating. Just remember that there is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to managing money. And that is pretty much the message of today's video. If it's got a title and that's a money rule, challenge it. See if you go against it. How is that going to work better for you potentially? That's where I'm going to leave you for today. So if you did find today's video insightful at all, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. It's pretty interesting going through some of these because I used to believe some of them, definitely point blank, even from the other videos as well. I was surprised as to how many there were that I now challenge myself. So yeah, go and give those other videos a watch as well if you are interested in learning more about them. That's pretty much it. Have a good day, have a good week. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.